They say danger comes in many forms. But what happens when it hides behind a smile, a soft voice, or even love? Imagine a world where some of the most terrifying criminals are women. Women who shattered every stereotype. Women who killed and never looked back. Get ready for the shocking truth behind the most dangerous women in America's prisons. What drives someone to kill again and again? Aileen Wuornos was a name that struck fear into the hearts of many. A drifter, a sex worker, a woman hardened by a life of abuse. But in 1989, her crimes became headlines. She murdered 7 men across Florida, claiming they tried to assault her. Self-defense or cold-blooded killing? The courts decided the latter. Wuornos was convicted and later executed in 2002. She showed no remorse. Her final words, "I'll be back, like Independence Day, with Jesus." A chilling farewell from one of the nation's most infamous female serial killers. We've heard her name before, Jodi Arias, and her crime still sends shivers down spines. In 2008, she brutally murdered her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander. Nearly 30 stab wounds, a slit throat, a gunshot to the head. She claimed self-defense. The jury didn't buy it. Arias was sentenced to life without parole. Her calm, cold demeanor on the stand became a national obsession, a beauty with the mind of a killer. She wasn't the mastermind, but she was one of his most loyal followers. Patricia Krenwinkel, a member of the Manson family, was just 21 when she participated in one of America's most gruesome murder sprees. In 1969, she helped kill actress Sharon Tate and others in a frenzy of blood and cult ideology. She stabbed a woman so many times, the knife handle broke. Today, over 50 years later, she remains behind bars. A reminder of how easily young minds can be twisted into evil. She was trusted to heal, but she chose to harm. Heather Presti, a Pennsylvania nurse, is suspected of murdering multiple patients through insulin overdoses. She picked victims who were vulnerable, who couldn't fight back. Some lived, others didn't. Arrested in 2023, she now faces charges in one of the most horrifying medical betrayal cases in recent history. When the line between caregiver and killer disappears, no one is truly safe. She looked like the perfect grandmother, but Nanny Doss was anything but sweet. Nicknamed the Giggling Granny, she confessed to murdering 11 people, including husbands, her mother, a sister, and even her grandchildren. Her motive? Money, jealousy, and sometimes just annoyance. She smiled through every confession, and when asked why she killed her last husband, she simply said, "He annoyed me." A serial killer hidden behind a cheery apron and Southern charm. She wasn't a serial killer, but her crime shocked America. Jennifer Fichter, a high school teacher from Florida, was convicted of having multiple illegal relationships with her underage male students. She became pregnant. She texted love notes. She even tried to cover it all up. In 2015, she was sentenced to 22 years in prison. The woman once trusted to educate, instead exploited innocence. Her story serves as a disturbing warning that predators don't always look the part. Few remember her name, but her actions live on in infamy. Gwendolyn Graham, one half of the so-called death row granny duo, conspired with her partner, Kathy Wood, to murder 5 elderly patients in their Michigan nursing home. Poison, suffocation, cruelty beyond words. They laughed about it, bragged about it, all while wearing nurse uniforms. Behind bars, Graham remained emotionless, a predator disguised as a caretaker. It's haunting, isn't it? The idea that some of the most dangerous people can be the ones we least expect. These women captivated, manipulated, and destroyed lives. And their stories? Far from over.